And welcome back. Part of the solution, also known as POTS, is a not-for-profit organization that services comprehensive and personalized services, giving the Bronx an opportunity to fight poverty and hunger. Now, POTS has worked to address all of the symptoms and causes of poverty while also creating a welcoming environment for guests as they journey from crisis to greater stability and security, as well as self-sufficiency. Joining us now and sharing more details, we're pleased to have the Director of Communications, Diego Padilla of POTS. And Diego, it's got to be an exciting time for you as you all are celebrating 40 years of actually bringing service to the borough.
Thank you very much for having me, Darren. And indeed, it's a very joyous opportunity for us to celebrate all of the achievements of our organization, as well as the history of growing up with the community in the Bronx. We're very happy to have an opportunity to share our celebration, as well as to reflect on the messages that our founders and our staff members have been trying to build over the years and trying to achieve in terms of improving the lives of everyone in the community.
And so when we look at some of the work that you do, really attacking the issue of food insecurity, and we know that that's been very huge, particularly during the pandemic. What's it been like for your organization in the area of food insecurity and providing meals to those who are hungry and those who are underserved? I know that's been a great priority for you as well.
Absolutely. In the very early days, our organization, again, tried to create a loving community for the homeless and food insecure people in the Bronx. In those early days, the first service that our organization tried to connect with was through food, indeed. So they created a soup kitchen. But as soon as we were able to respond to more and more needs, we tried to expand those services to meet other of the needs that we heard from our community and that we continue to hear from our community. So indeed, food security is still a cornerstone of what we do. We also provide dignity and wellness services that address a lot of the basic needs that homeless individuals in the Bronx require, including showers, haircuts, and a mailing address so that they can access public benefits. But we also try to connect the individuals that come to us with further services so that they can have long-term stability. So our long-term stability program also tries to connect them with additional public benefits, and try to connect them with opportunities to improve their lives and achieve long-term goals, including education and employment opportunities. As you said, during the pandemic, our numbers have increased exponentially. And that has meant that we have had to adapt our services and make the conscious decision to remain open and to try to meet that increase in demand. So, for instance, last year, the most recent numbers that I have is that we served nearly 50,000 individuals since the beginning of the pandemic, and we have served over 4.5 million meals again since the pandemic began. So indeed, it's not only we're celebrating our 40th anniversary, but we're also trying to reflect on those achievements and what we have been able to achieve in the community.
Yes, I was looking, one of the statistics that really stood out for me was the fact that you talked about 4 million meals during the pandemic. Almost 3 million of those came just last year. So as we look at food insecurity and we look at the social challenges of a lot of people, they continue to rise. Are you going to be able to meet the demand going forward? Because even though we're coming out of it, we're finding out that there are more and more people that are going to need housing and some security, particularly when we understand that the eviction moratorium is now over, and we've got more people who could potentially be on the homeless side or really in need of services.
Yes, absolutely. I'm provide legal support to prevent eviction for clients. And, and also we hold regularly workshops to allow our clients to have information about what are the most current updates on the housing court. So we're definitely trying to tackle that specific point that you raised. But in general terms, yes, we are aware that even though we are the stage in which the pandemic seems to be getting better, the social and economic impacts that are connected to what the pandemic has created for the community will maybe last for years to come. And that has to do with housing security, that has to do with how they face their employment security, that has to do with how they face food insecurity. So indeed, we are expanding our facilities, and we have tried to connect with new partners and new donors to be able to make sure that this promise of creating a loving community that will strive for stability in this population is something that we can still continue to provide. Yes.
And we know that you can't do it by yourself, right? And you spoke about donors being able to be sustainable for 40 years. You've really relied on donors. Talk to us about how can somebody participate in being a part of assisting in the work that you're doing through donations, and how can they support it?
Absolutely. We are at the moment not receiving in-kind donations because of the limitations that COVID-19 has created for us to actually get things in the physical location. But we invite people to visit our website and our social media and join us and follow us. We're constantly sharing ways to participate. We also believe that being or donating to pots is not something that you can do on a one-time event. You can actually be part of this community, volunteer with us, come and just share with us. This is a place where we try to create community, and the donors are part of it. And the volunteers are also crucial to make that all of the services are available to the public in the kind of numbers that we manage on a single day. Yes.
Yeah. And so as you look forward to 2022, I know the 40-year anniversary is upon us, but talk to us about the services, because, you know, we got housing, you got food insecurity. And I did fail to mention that when it comes to really taking care of the homeless, you actually do offer free haircuts for people too as well.
That is correct. So for me to give you a full list of services, if we can start with the Dignity and Wellness Program, as I mentioned before, we provide showers, meal, and haircuts. We also host a medical and dental clinic that is provided by Care for the Homeless. We have a food security program that has a food pantry that serves in the mornings, and a community dining room that provides hot meals for the community in the afternoons. And then, as I said, through those entry points, we also try to connect our clients with further services to ensure their long-term stability. And that includes guidance to apply for public benefits like SNAP or unemployment insurance, supportive housing. We also provide guidance for long-term personal growth. That again means we try to connect them with education and employment opportunities. And finally, we have legal services to support their housing and income stability.
So as you look around and you see 40 years of work, and I know you've been with the organization for a while now, what is it that most strikes you about the work that you do?
I think this organization is very special because we are not an organization that provides handouts. We are an organization that tries to really make sure that our clients are part of a community and that they have a place where they feel that they can belong and a group of people that they can rely on. So really that personal connection to our staff and to our volunteers is really important to us, and we really try to foster that type of relationship with our clients. We care about them, and again, there's a distinction between us and them. We try to break it, and there's only us at POTS, and we're all trying to fight poverty and hunger together. And you would see that is very, very common for some of our clients to actually, once they find certain level of stability, to actually volunteer to help others. So again, that type of special relation in which people overcome their circumstances and they try to spread the love or spread the word about what we do is something that I think makes us very special.
Yeah. Food insecurity, hunger, and homelessness are definitely frontline issues that continue to affect so many New Yorkers, but thank you for the work that POTS is doing to really be on the front line, Diego, of handling that. And congratulations on celebrating 40 years, a 40-year anniversary of POTS. We've got the Director of Communications, Diego Padilla, with us, and we thank you so much for being with us here on Open.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Well, if you want more information about POTS, what we do encourage you to do is please visit their website. All you got to do is go to potsbronx.org and then also visit them on their social media platforms at POTS Bronx. We've got more show. We encourage you, please don't go anywhere. Open continues coming up right after this.